My name is Robert Morton. I'm the developer of the Robocop program for OCP, and you're going to be meeting Robo in a minute. He is the most technologically advanced law enforcement product to date. I'd like you to meet him now. Now, you're only going to be able to ask him a couple of questions, okay? Not take up too much time, and I'll be right here. Robo, come on in. These men are going to talk to you for a minute, okay?
Robo, do you know why you were created?
I stop crime.
I see. Robo, I understand you have 3 prime directives. Can you tell me what they are?
Serve the public trust. Uphold the law. Protect the innocent.
Anything you'd like to add to this?
I am the future of law enforcement.
That says it all, doesn't it? Thank you, Robo. It was a good job.
Thank you.
What did I tell you? Be looking for him.
This picture takes place in old Detroit in the future. It's the story of a cop named Murphy who in the course of his duties gets killed. And he is rebuilt as a cyborg, part man, part machine, and he is now programmed as the future of law enforcement.
I was reading a lot of comic books for a studio. They came to me one day and said, Ed, read these comic books. We want to know what you think of comic books. And I had never really read comic books, particularly of this sort, which were of these sort of modern, neurotic superhero. Iron Man, Spider-Man, Machine Man, all these things that a guy named Stan Lee over at Marvel created. It was the superhero who had sort of trouble being a superhero. Even though he had all these powers, there was like something going on inside. So he was sort of like a superhero with a headache.
Robocop has been looking for me and my boys because we're the ones that shot him up at the beginning. And as the film has gone along, he's discovered who we are, so he's come looking for us. And he happens to find us here. And then is in the process of arresting me, and then since I won't give up and go along peacefully, he starts throwing me through various windows of offices in the warehouse here while he's reading me my rights.
Okay, next shot. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just a little bit blood, that's natural, I suppose, or is it just fake blood? Huh?
That's what we're in the process of doing, and that's what all this business comes from. So when they take me to the police station later, you know, I look something like this.
Okay, ready? Action! I think what my influence in the style has much more to do with the way I shoot it, the editing, and the way I work with the actors, which is perhaps a little bit different from a normal action picture, because I spent, I think, much more time with the actors than you would normally do for an action picture.
Well, I play Bob Morton, who is a sort of up-and-coming executive for this company, OCP. The company itself is kind of scary. It's like, we are Beatrice, you know? We own the police, we own the hospital. It's great. And he's like the most ruthless, ambitious agent who ever sat behind a desk at William Morris. That's how I equate it, you know? The writer calls him a yuppie with teeth. So
no matter how sophisticated criminal technology gets, no matter how sophisticated our society gets, no matter how futuristic it becomes, there's still going to be the beat cop.
Hey, have you thought it all over? Why not? Make me an offer.
Go!
The robot had a gun that fired a 3-shot burst. So when the bad guys got shot, you not only had 1 bullet hole, but you had 3. So you had a large hole, a large cavity, and a lot of blood. And these are extra large blood bags, but in a lot of the sequences, that's how much blood we'd use with 3 or 4 of the bullet hits to get the blood gushing and spurting off the chest cavity and the body cavities of a lot of the shots.
Ready? Action!
Thank you.
Well, I could hardly feel the
The brass of your last round hit me right on the chest. Yeah. I figured if you wanted to take a shot at me after I did this to you, I couldn't blame you.
Actually, the rigging was really superb. I hardly felt the impact of this.
Now, when those things go off, what do you feel?
Feels like, that's it, we're doing a super jump.
Yeah.
One of my earliest recollections of robots is sitting in front of a television set when I was 4 years old watching a local Philadelphia TV show called Mr. Rivets, and it was a man in a cardboard box painted silver. Now, hopefully we've done a little better than that. We have one of the all-star teams of special effects. We have Phil Tippett, Academy Award winner, doing all the stop-motion animation on the robot Ed 209, this large armored enforcement robot, and he becomes Robocop's nemesis during the course of the film. And I think Phil Tippett, with Ed 209, has really also done a superb robot.
Stop motion animation is a frame-by-frame process where we move the stop motion model, the arms, the legs, the feet, the tail, the eyes, the back, very infinitesimal amounts, and then we take one frame of film and repeat that process again. Take one frame of film, repeat the process, take one frame of film.
We have Pete Coran, who did all the roto effects in the Star Wars pictures. He's doing all our RoboVision shots, all the POVs of the robots. We have Rocco Joffrey, is probably the finest young matte artist in the United States, doing all our matte paintings. But I think Rob Bottin here has really designed and created one of the most interesting, most spectacular robots I've ever seen on film. Well, today we're shooting the scene where Murphy gets killed by the gang. First they blow off his hand, and then they blow off his arm, then they blow off his head. It's, Rob Bottin has created all these prosthetics, and they're quite startling. We were going to use Peter Weller to blow his head off, but we decided we may need some looping later on, so Rob Bottin has created a wonderful prosthetic, a puppet of Peter Weller, which looks exactly like him. Go! And it sits up and it looks around and it gets frightened and screams, and the whole back of the head blows off. Quite traumatic.
Get out of here.
The future of law enforcement. Robocop.